Aaron Thibault, nicknamed T-Bone Walker, was one of the greatest blues guitar players of all time. He had an extraordinary influence of countless guitar players, so let's talk about T-Bone Walker today. T-Bone Walker was well known for his blues ballads such as Call It Stormy Monday. I love his jump blues as well, so I want to show you some of his jump blues licks. So what is important, T-Bone Walker played with downstrokes only, even if the tempo was real fast. And the other thing is, in the early days he played a Gibson ES5 and later on he played a Gibson Barney Kessel, which is quite similar to this guitar with two humbuckers. And he used the out of phase sound a lot. So if you want to know how this is done, check this video about a thing which is called coil flip. So now let's get started. This one's nice and easy. It is an A flat, which is not a key we guitar players love to use, but back in the day, you know, they had brass sections, and so A flat is a very good key for saxophone, for trumpet. So we're here in the 4th position. And we start with a root note, minor third, major third, 4th. So this is basically it's pentatonic stuff, but with this little chromatic. And then he repeats the motive. This lick is in the key of G, and we start with this very typical blues lick. Well, I don't know if T-Bone Walker invented this lick, but he was, of course, one of the first players that used it. So we bend with our ring finger, G string, 5th fret, a whole tone, and then we play the same note on the B string with our index finger, the 3rd fret. And then we play a G on the E string. This little trick with your index finger is very helpful. You see that? So he repeats the motive, which is something he does a lot. And then he bends the G string again, and the next note is on the G string in the 3rd fret, which is a little bit tricky. We all know this lick from Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good, 1958, but T-Bone Walker played it much earlier, and Chuck Berry was a huge T-Bone Walker fan, and he was inspired by this lick. He copied it very precisely. The phrasing is exactly the same. When you bend the string falls down a little bit before you hit the next string. So it's a little bit sloppy, but I think this is what makes the lick so great. This one's in the key of B flat, so we're in the 6th position. We start with the root note again, and then a little hammering, minor third, major third, and the 5th, 13th, the octave. And I love the combination of the 13th and the minor third. This is great. This is a motive, and he repeats the motive with a little variation. This is typical for T-bone walk, to play something and then repeat it, but with a little variation. And this is something I absolutely love about his playing. This one's short and easy and catchy, and it's the perfect lick to start a solo with. It starts with the typical T-bone walker trick. You bend the G string, play the same note on the B string, and then the octave. And that's it. This one's in the key of B flat, and it starts with a bend from the 13th to the minor 7th and back to the 13th. And the rest is simple pentatonic stuff, but it's so sophisticated because of the 13th. And this is a motive again, and he repeats the motive with a little variation. This one has a lot of drive. It's only one note in the beginning, on the beat, has a steady pulse, and it's very groovy because of the way you bend. Without a bending, wouldn't be groovy at all. It's all about the bend. And then he plays triplets with this little bend on the first note. And then these are, I call them micro bands. So there's a micro band on the minor 7th and here on the minor 3rd. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did recording it. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day.